This pattern is an easy pattern and it uses very little yarn, so I use up all my little bits of pieces of scrap yarn, so nothing goes to waste, nothing ends up in a landfill somewhere or in the ocean. Okay, I'm going to start with the ice cream scoop at the very top of the ice cream. Start with a magic ring and then 6 single crochet into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, pull your magic ring tight, then go into the first stitch, okay, and make 2 single crochets in each stitch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is known as an increase. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, what I like to do is I like to use a scrap piece of yarn to mark my last stitch, so I know exactly where I am at all times. You can use regular stitch markers, but I tend to break them. Okay, so in the next row you will do 1 single crochet and 1 increase. You will repeat that 6 times. It's 1 increase. It's 1 increase. 1 increase. 1 and increase. 1 and increase. Just carry the yarn up. Okay, so now for the next row, that would be row 4, 1, 2, 3, number 4. Going to make 2 single crochets and then an increase. And repeat that 6 times. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. Increase. 1, 2 and increase. Now row 5 is very similar, but instead of 2 single crochets in between, you're going to make 3 single crochets in between. 1, 2, 3, increase. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, increase in the 4th. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. Okay, in row 6 we're going to do 4 single crochets before an increase. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 and 4, increase. 1, 2, 3 and 4, increase. I'm going to be making quite a few of these ice creams because I'm preparing for a upcoming market. They tend to sell really well. And what's nice is that you use up scraps of yarn that's really not practical to use for anything bigger. So it just makes sense. And if you use a thinner yarn like a 4-ply, it could make a cute keychain. I think these are just a little bit too big with the DK yarn for keychains. But who knows, sometimes I lose keys very easily, so that could be a solution as well. Bigger keychain could help. And increase. They are very popular with kids, so I usually sell quite a few of them at each market. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now rows 8, 7 and 8 are just going to be 2 plain single crochet rows right around. Then go with your few stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so it's going to be just normal single crochet stitches right around for the next 2 rows. And I'll meet you back right now. Okay, I am back and I've completed the 2 plain single crochet stitches. It should be 36 single crochet stitches. Okay, so now I'm going to do a decrease row. Now I will show you how to do the invisible decrease. It's become such an important part of crocheting for me that it's become a default because it looks so much neater than a normal decrease, and it is so simple and easy to do. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, then the invisible decrease, you just go into this front loop, pull up a loop, to the next stitch front loop, and then pull up a loop, and you complete your decrease as you normally would. The normal decrease is when you go through both of the loops. The invisible one just goes into the front loops. It just looks neater to me. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. The invisible decrease is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, I usually break it up in steps, so it's like 1, 2, so I'm not really counting, I'm just breaking it up into steps for myself. Invisible decrease is 1, 2, 3, 4. Invisible decrease just into the front loops. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Decrease. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and a decrease. At this stage you should have 30 stitches. Okay, so now this is going to be the last row of the scoop, second last. Last row is 1 round of single crochet stitches, so it's going to be 30 stitches around. So 1, 2, 3. I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Okay, so now I have 30 single crochet stitches right around. I will show you how to do this frilly round now. It's cute, isn't it? Okay, so I slip stitch into the front loop of the first stitch. Just pull up a loop and pull through the first one, and then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Slip stitch back into the same stitch, yarn over, skip 2 and work into the third stitch front loop. This entire row we're going to be working to the front loops only, and make a fan stitch. That is 5 double crochet stitches together in one stitch. 3 and 5. Skip 2 stitches, slip stitch, chain 3, slip stitch into the same stitch, yarn over, skip 2, front loop, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops. It's 5 double crochet stitches in one stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, slip 1, 1, 2, 3, to the third one, make your fan, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 1, 2, 3, slip 1 into the third chain, stitch, 1, 2, 3 chains, slip, yarn over, make your fan stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and skip. Okay, this is going to be your last fan stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. skip over the last 2 stitches and slip stitch into the very first stitch you made and fasten off. Cut a long enough tail off so that you can weave away the end so it doesn't come loose with playing or with washing. Okay, so working to the back, so to one side and then back, and then a third time. Okay, so now you can cut as close as you can to your stitches, but careful not to cut your stitches. Okay, now let's get started on the cone. Okay, so let's get started on the cone. Again, a magic ring. It's going to be 6 single crochets into a magic ring. Sorry. I want this cake a little bit tight. Okay, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's actually my favorite toy, is that wool winder. It keeps my stash neat. Okay, next row is going to be just 6 single crochets. 1, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, if you want to prevent your magic ring from coming undone, I didn't do this in the previous round, I forgot, but just take up your tail and slip stitch it through and repeat. It's not coming undone. Okay, so you can pick up your working yarn again. This row is going to be 1 single crochet, 1 increase, one single crochet, 1 increase, the thinner part is almost fiddly for my fingers, and now the yarn is splitting. Increase, single crochet, and increase. That is my dog saying that she wants food. Oh, Jessie. She's a Dachshund, but she looks more like a bologna roll than anything else. Okay, the fourth and fifth row are just 9 single crochets. Sorry, I got distracted. You see, it's easy to distract me. Just show me a picture of a dog or show me a dog, and my mind is gone. It is what it is. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. In the sixth row, you're going to do 2 single crochets inside that one as well. Okay, going to be 2 single crochet stitches and 1 increase, and you will repeat that 3 times. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. Hello, GC. 2, increase. Okay, and the next 2 rows is also going to be single crochets. It's 12 single crochets for the next 2 rows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, and 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so the next row is going to be 3 single crochet stitches, then an increase, and repeat that 3 times. 1, 2, and 3, increase, and 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, and 3, increase. One, 2. Okay, the next row is going to be 15 stitches. It's only going to be 1 row of 15 stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14 and 15. Okay. Next row is going to be 4 single crochet stitches and 1 increase, and repeat that 3 times. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Increased. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Increase. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Increase. You should have 18 stitches now. Okay. The next row will be 18 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this row we will increase from 18 to 24, so it's going to be 2 single crochet stitches and 1 increase, and you repeat that 6 times. Increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. You should now have 24 stitches. The next row is going to be 24 single crochet stitches all the way around. 1, 2. Okay, I have 24 stitches. Now in the next one we're going to be increasing to 30. So it's going to be 3 single crochet stitches and an increase, and repeat it 6 times. 1, 2 and 3. Increase. 1, 2, just readjust. 1, 2, 3. Increase. 1, 2, 3. Increase. 1, 2 and 3. Increase. 1, 2, 3. Increase. You should now have 30 stitches. Okay. This row is going to be the tricky row. Not really tricky, but it's fiddly. It's going to be the row that you create this little ridge on the comb. Okay. I'm going to be using the camel stitches to do this row. You go in, if you flip your tip just a little bit, you will see this ridge. This is the front loop, back loop, and then this little bump. Now you will be working into the third loop or the back bump of your stitches to create this little ridge, and do that 30 times, 30 camel stitches. Just fold over the tip a bit, then it's easier to see. It's a lot easier with half double crochets because there's a bit more room to work with, but it's doable with single crochets as well. Okay, so just keep doing this till the end of the row, working into the back bumps. It's a bit slower than normal single crochet stitches, but I really like the effect it gives. Okay, so the very last row of your cone is just normal 30 single crochet stitches right around. Okay, you should now have 30 normal single crochet stitches. So just slip stitch to close and fasten off. Okay, cut a long enough tail so that you can sew this ice cream scoop to your cone. Now for the little bow. Make a magic ring. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3 chains, slip stitch. Now if you want your bow to be a little bit rounder, just make 2 chains where you do the chain 3s. It makes your bow a little bit rounder, but I want a bit more boxy. Like this one, I did 2 chains instead of 3 on this little bow. But it's up to you. You can customize however you please. That is what I love about crochet. Nothing is set in stone. Cut a long enough tail and wrap it around your bow. 2 or 3 times is enough. Fold it in half. What I like to do is I like to make a knot with the tail of the magic ring as well. That way you know it's not coming loose. Okay. If you want to add safety eyes to your ice cream, you can use 6mm safety eyes. And what I like to do is I like to put it quite low because it gives that cute kawaii look. And not too far apart, but you can play with the safety eye sizes, you can play with the placement. That way each and every ice cream you make is unique. I have the bad habit of putting these backs on with my teeth. Sometimes I don't get nice grip with my fingers, so I put them on with my teeth, and I know that is not going to end well later on. But it works for now. Now you can start stuffing your little cone. I like to use the scissors because it's a thinner point than the finger to get into the bottom corner. Firmly stuff your cone. You can always add more stuffing just before you close the gap, because I do not stuff the scoop when I'm sewing. So I'm going to just leave this out, it's going to be in the way. Okay. So if you look at your last row of the ice cream scoop, the second to last, you will see that you have unworked back loops. Now this is what you will use to sew the scoop to the cone. Okay. So just pick any one and pull through. And go into the front of the loop and pull it tight, and then into the next stitch. Almost like a weaving technique. And you can continue sewing the scoop until you have about 2 inches left. That's when you will start to stuff the head, the scoop and the rest of the cone. Otherwise the stuffing is just going to get stuck in between the stitches and it doesn't look nice. Okay, so you have this little hole. You just get your stuffing and fill it up until it is nice and firm. Press it down into the cone. You will be surprised how much stuffing a little project like this can use. do not overstuff so that it pushes your stitches open, but you do not want your amigurumi to deflate over time, because the stuffing does settle just like our pillows do. So you do not want a soft toy or a limp amigurumi. Okay. I will check it again just before I completely close it up. This is where you have to be careful so you do not catch the stuffing with your needle, because once it gets into the stitches, you will be able to see it very easily. Just keep stuffing until you're happy with the shape. And you feel that it is firm enough. We are almost done. If you've liked this video so far, please like and subscribe to my channel so that I can know if you like this and do more content like this. And I will just finish up this few stitches and we'll find a place to sew the bow. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? So we've woven away the tail, ice cream is sewn together. Now we just need to add a little bow. Where shall we put it? Well, it's up to you to decide. For me, I think I want to put one in the middle. I already have one to the side, so I want one in the middle. Okay. So I use the shorter tail, the one that's from the magic ring. Almost as a guide to where I want it. And then just pick a random spot to pull the needle out from. And then I take the longer piece. This is the piece that I'm going to use to sew. And just go in at the top of the stitch, out at the bottom, and back in where it came in, out again. A little bit to the side. Repeat on this side. Okay. I want to make a little blushing ice cream, so I'm going to be adding 2 little cheeks on this side. Just 2 short stitches below the eyes, and then knit back up at the top. So now just going to knot these 2 together again. It's not coming loose, I promise. And then hide the 2 pieces. Okay, so that is worked into the stuffing. It's not coming out ever again. And there you have it, little ice cream. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!